getting to the like what got my attention when I came across like the brand designing, right? Brand designer. So like
Yeah.
if we're in line getting coffee, right? And you always have those single serving interactions with humans, I would imagine. Like if someone says like, "Hey, what do you do by the way?" Like what do you say to them? Do you just like what's the watered down like answer to a single serving interaction? Like I'm just a brand designer, I'm a designer, I'm a what's your response to that?
Most times I would say I'm a brand designer, but then I'd have to kind of explain a little bit what that is because they're used to the term graphic designer. So I would tell them I literally work on brands, I do branding. Because they do ask me, is it like logos and stuff like that? Like, yeah, but it's a bit more than logos. There's research behind what I do. There's strategy, there's vision brand strategy.
Yep.
And I put thought into the design that I'm doing to actually help the business one way or the other uh, stand out. And I mean, it's kind of overused, I think, in the design world. Yes, my job is to make you stand out, but that's what it is. It is to make you stand out. It is to make you um, people. Let's say they, I don't know, they go. Let's talk about book design. For example, not graphic design. They go to a bookshop. They go to Barnes and Nobles or any bookshop. They want to go and pick a book. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but like we all judge a book by
Yeah.
its cover. We
Yes, of
all
course.
the
Of
cover
course. Yeah, yeah.
look at the cover first and we see if we like the cover and then we pick up the book and we read at the back what it's about. It's like the cover is what catches our interest first.
Yep.
So it's kind of the same with branding. Like the logo, it's something that kind of like is supposed to represent the brand and what the brand stands for and with the messaging of the brand, that logo kind of stays in the consciousness of the consumer or the user.
Mhm. Yeah, also one thing about your
Yeah.
Instagram page that I noticed and I appreciated was, the fact that you explained that a brand isn't just a logo. A brand is like the reputation of the company, essentially. It's like
Yeah.
it's more than just a freaking logo, and also another thing that you obviously take passion in your work because I mean, you have to be diligent. It's something you have to put a lot of work into. But the fact that one of your posts, I don't know if it was pinned or maybe it's in your latest post, were saying that, "Are we a match for each other?" It wasn't, "Give me your money." It wasn't, "Hire me." It was, "Are we a match for each other?" Like, let's figure out, are we a match?
Yeah.
If we're a match, well, we can work together, and if we're not, then we're just not. So that's something
Yeah.
that to me kind of stood out because oftentimes people are just like, "This is my work, hire me, let's do it, click, click." But you were like, "Wait, let's slow down and see if we're a match because it is a relationship. It is, a business relationship. And
Yeah.
obviously because it's the brand, it's something where they have to trust you and they have to have that they can have that direction with you and also have that trust that you know where they want to go, that you understand each other
Mhm.
as far as like what the brand and like, by extension the logo is of the company, or what they want to inflict on people when the people see their brand or come across their logo, like what they want to inspire in people.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of psychology behind it as well that
Yep.
is
Yep.
not really, I guess,
Mhm.
studied that much, but it's there. Like, there's a lot there if we're gonna unpack the topic. But yeah,
No, yeah, yeah. I'm an unpacker. Like I'm a rambler. So that being said, like the psychology of it, I remember when I was younger, I would read about how like certain football teams would paint the colors of the opposing locker room team a certain color that like and they would go into halftime and then come out of halftime the opposing team like a little more relaxed, like lazy, not really focused, not really like, aggressive. And is that something you kind of like, do you lend credence to that as far as like colors affecting mood, like lighter colors, like pastels or something like that?
colors are very big to
Mhm.
branding in all design in general because colors affect our moods. They affect the way we perceive things. Like red could mean so many different things. For me, red is like, or just generally speaking, when looks at someone looks at the color red, they see somebody bold. If they're wearing red, some
Mhm.
passion, love, hate. It's a very strong feeling associated with the color. Or like blue is like more calm, serene. It's more cool.
Royal.
It's the color.
I Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like royalty when I see like blue, like I don't know. I think like royal, like elegant kind of. I don't know.
Yeah, the color purple also expresses
Mm,
royalty. It expresses
yes, yes, yes. Color purple.
kingdom, king and queen, mystery, I guess, mischievousness. The color black is also mystery. It's like ominous. Like it
Mm.
could be good, it could be bad.
So what would say about me that like I create a podcast and it's just black, like it's a black everything, like the cover art, the logo.
So like black and white are very neutral colors.
Yeah.
And they go with everything. So they don't have to mean anything specific, but generally, if the depending on the way it's designed, it could mean elegance, minimalism. If it's used in a way like trying to depict something more edgy or scary, like it goes more into the gothic style. So it really depends on if you're using like these basic colors for. Um, like neutrals are usually like base colors. They're supposed to be more simple, more minimalistic.
And neutrals would be like what? White, black, gray.
White, black, beige, like tans, like
Mhm.
light beige, dark beige. Those are usually neutral. Yeah.
Mm. So when a person
Yeah.
comes, so when a person comes to you, do you ask them what's your favorite color, or do you kind of like go through the process of like what do you want your brand to represent? Like what do you want the person to feel when they think about your brand? Like like for example, red, do you want to like have some kind of passion, some kind of spiciness to I don't know the logo or the brand? Is that some kind of conversation you have with your potential client?
So I have a process. It's basically I have a questionnaire, and a lot of designers do this. They have a bunch of questions. You did mention a few questions that I ask. Like I ask questions like what's the brand personality of the brand, what is your mission statement, what is your target audience, um, basically where do you see the brand hanging out? Is it online, in person, on shelves? Where does it stay? Well, who's gonna get it? Who's gonna go after it? Who's uh, yeah, there's a lot of different questions I ask, and like, what are its traits? Like adjectives? Is it more feminine, more masculine, more maximalist, more minimalist? Is it bold? Is
So
it
what
vibrant?
is maximalist? Like bright colors?
Maximal? No, maximalism is the opposite of minimalism. It's when you want a lot of different things stashed together, like in one place.
Mhm.
Like a lot of different colors, a lot of different objects. Like let's say the room is very so if you like ignore this part of the room, like
Okay.
let's say it was just like all white and just have like a little bit of furniture, that's considered like minimalism.
Yeah.
And but if you had a lot of furniture, you had lots of color in the room, you had a lot of different objects on your desk, that's maximalism. So a lot is going on. It's like more is more. Whereas minimalism less is more.
Yeah, like to me, that would be a clutter, and I would feel like anxious with maximalism because I like it would just be a clutter. Like I like structure. I like the minimal. Like just I guess that's why my color of my theme is like black. My studio room, everything is black. I painted it black.
Style. So I guess you could Google it, but if I give like another example, it's like your home decor.
Yeah.
There's like there's like statue here, there's a mirror here. You have a lot of decor. There's a lot of objects, and they're meant to be placed there. It doesn't mean it's a mess. It's just your style, and that's maximum of block. There's so much of it everywhere.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Would you say you're more of a maximalist person, like as far as your furniture, or more minimalist?
I'm saying somewhere in the middle because I don't like too much, and I feel like stuff get lost. Like you
Mm,
pay for something,
okay.
it just goes bad, or you lose it, or something, or it's hard when you want to move. But I'm also not minimalist because I cannot live off of just like a few t-shirts and
Yeah.
few pairs of shoes. Like I like style, I like to change it up. I like color. I still like prefer at times to have a physical book to read as opposed to have everything electronically.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Kindle's the one thing they haven't got down yet is, like, the smell of old books, like, just the smell in general, like, when I go to I mean, you mentioned Barnes& and Noble, I'm actually gonna go this weekend because I love going during the holidays, it's just the atmosphere, but just in general, just smelling the books and just getting that whiff of the new books, and then just that's the one thing Kindles don't have that with books, I think, smell and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't have a Kindle, I have an iPad, and the thing with the iPad is that you're still on a screen, and like the screen does affect your eyes if you sit on it for too long.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
that's the thing.
so another thing too, like, I was gonna ask you, like, as far as brand design and what you do, does it kind of overlap with marketing? I would imagine, right? It kind of overlaps with marketing because I mean, I remember my partner at the time, I had a partner and we got into kind of not an argument, but kind of like a debate because I like to think I'm so above marketing. I like to think that it doesn't work on me, but obviously I'm wrong. Marketing works on everyone. But to
Yeah.
me, it marketing just seems so malicious, like, that was my argument to her. It seems very malicious, seems manipulative, and she was like, "No, it's just marketing. It's just influencing you to try to make you think a certain way." And to me, it was like, I don't like feeling manipulated. I don't like feeling like people have me figured out. For example, I like to think that when I see ads on my phone, I know what you're doing, Amazon. I know what you're doing, whatever. I'm not gonna purchase it, and then later on, I end up feeling like I want to purchase it. So it has worked. But I like to think that it doesn't work. I like to think I'm too smart for it. But that being said, like marketing, like, did you take any kind of marketing class to do your brand design?
Yes, I did. I took a few marketing actually, I had a minor. My minor was in marketing.
And your
Focused
major
on
was graphic design or
when I did my bachelor, we had the option of choosing a minor or
mm,
taking more major design classes. And I felt like I took so many design studio classes that I was like, why not do a minor in marketing?
mm,
And yeah, basically my professor told me like it's the best minor to do. It like goes hand in hand with design.
mm,
And I took social media marketing, consumer behavior, a few non-marketing courses just because it was required to take some random courses, I guess. I don't know.
mhm.
Um, like I took financial accounting. I never used that stuff, but I took it anyway.
I just did
Yeah,
that last semester. Yeah. Mm, mm.
yeah. And brands, something, brands, brand marketing, I think it's called. Yeah, I think thing. Yeah, brand marketing. I
So
took
like brand marketing, like, for example, is that focusing on how, like, that first impression, like, to get people into the building or into the tent? Like, is that focused on that, like, hyper focusing on getting that first
yeah,
impression?
I remember because I we did a lot of past. So like I think I remember in the past brand awareness, brand recognition, like things like that. I
Mhm.
don't remember the entire process because it's been a while since I've taken it, but
Mm,
yeah, I think that's what brand marketing
mhm.
is. Like
So
it's
speak
focusing on the
so speaking of brand awareness, do you deal with slogans too, or do you just do design? Do you do slogans too? Like, for example, if you say "Eat fresh," you think about Subway. If you say "I'm loving it," you think about McDonald's. Mhm,
so branding is it's the purpose of it is to bring brand awareness. So
mhm,
it's very good part of it. It's like the main concept really that you want people to recognize your logo and have it in their mind. They're aware of it. They know that it exists, and it's just like they remember it. So yeah, we do work on taglines as well. I work if there is a tagline that the customer has or the client,
mhm,
we'll work on a tagline. But it's not necessary every single brand has one. It kind of depends, especially if they're first starting out. Like they might have a motto, they might have a mission and all that, but to have a specific tagline, it takes a little bit of time. It has to be unique, and it takes time to develop it. I don't think McDonald's created the "I'm loving it" like overnight. I think it just like became a thing
mhm.
after some time. I don't know if Starbucks even has a tagline, even though, like,
I don't think so. Now that I think about it, no, no, they don't have a tagline.
I'm personally boycotting Starbucks for several reasons,
Obvious
but
reasons. Obvious reasons. Obvious reasons. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Yeah.
maybe from a branding perspective, think about it, they don't have a tagline. There's so many brands that don't actually have a tagline. I don't even know what Amazon's tagline is. They might have one, but I have no idea.
No, just Prime. That's all they say all the time. Prime because of
Yeah, it's not, you don't really need a tagline. It just depends on what kind of customer base you have
Mhm.
and what makes it appealing for, you know, to get more customers in.
Yeah, cause like, also, like, I pay attention to, like, the most random stuff, but I noticed also, like, over the past couple years, Wendy's, for example, like, it's become common thought that Wendy's is the healthy fast food, but it isn't. It's just like McDonald's, but for some reason, they did a good job at rebranding themselves as the healthy cheeseburgers. Like, they're the healthy fast food. And if you go into a Wendy's now, like you see the decor, it's very like lime greeny, like very lively colors, like, and you see a lot of like lettuce on paintings on the wall, a lot of things that make you feel like, oh, this is the healthier option as opposed to McDonald's, like which is interesting to me. Hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of companies that do that, and they try to pick a specific product, especially to focus on in terms of marketing. Uh, I'm pretty sure that the people doing the research, they're marketing researchers, they do so much research. They decide to go out and create a campaign. And I think a big thing about Wendy's, I haven't been there in a long time, but I remember that they have like a salad or something that was like being marketed as like a healthy salad. It's not that great of a salad. You just have the sauce and it's like I don't like salad and fast food in general. But they like highlight certain things to make it like stand out.
Yeah.
But to me, Wendy's is somewhat equivalent to Chick-fil-A. Only Chick-fil-A it markets itself as like a chicken place for chicken. We have everything. It's from the name Chick-fil-A. And they have the wedge fries, which are really good. So that's why I guess I like more Chick-fil-A. And yeah, but
Yeah, and Chick-fil-A
there's
also had that campaign with the chicken, with the cows, right? Like the cows on the billboards, like eat more chicken, right? Like you ever see
yeah,
those?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I think I remember doing that.
Yeah, it's like a cow holding up another cow, and they're like painting "Eat more chicken" or something like that on the billboard.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's all part of the brand. That's an extension of it, right? I mean, that's the brand. Like, for example, another thing of the brand too is the culture. Chick-fil-A, you never see a customer, I mean, a worker or an employee who's in a bad mood. They're usually pretty lively and they're very generous and they go out of their way above and beyond. It becomes a meme on Instagram that they go above and beyond to like satisfy the customer.